For any surfers who are feeling a little bit weak or a little bit sore with their paddling in the water, then there's one exercise that I go through here, which really can help to make us feel stronger and more secure in our shoulders as we're paddling. This is from the latest YouTube edit uploaded a couple weeks ago. Let's get straight into that now.
First exercise is what I call the seated shoulder external rotations, and this one targets the external rotators of the shoulder, specifically the infraspinatus, which is one of the four rotator cuff muscles. When we think about paddling efficiency and longevity, shoulder health has to be up there with the most critical elements. The rotator cuff plays a foundational role here. It's what keeps the humeral head, which is the ball of your shoulder joint, centered and controlled inside the socket during every stroke. And when your external rotators are weak, especially the infraspinatus, you start to lose that positional control. Instead of gliding through the water with good mechanical leverage, your shoulder starts to shift around, usually upward and forward. That's where you'll start getting stress at the front of the shoulder, tightness in the pecs, and eventually impingement-like symptoms. This exercise strengthens the exact movement that keeps the shoulder externally rotated and stable. Sit on the floor in long sitting with your legs stretched out straight in front. Cross your right leg over your left if you're working the right arm. This acts as an elbow shelf and keeps the humerus in a neutral plane. Adjust your leg position until your shoulder feels relaxed. Hold a light dumbbell, about 0.5 to 2 kilos in your working hand. Set your elbow at a 90-degree angle so your upper arm is vertical and your forearm is pointing up like it's at 12 o'clock. The wrist should be neutral, not extended back. Begin the rep by slowly rotating your forearm downwards towards the ground. Keep your elbow pinned on your leg shelf, we can't be shifting this, and rotate down with control to about 9 o'clock horizontal or even 8 o'clock depending on your range and control. Pause briefly at the bottom and then slowly rotate back up to your start position. Stay smooth and avoid using momentum or speed. The common mistakes to avoid here are losing our elbow position. This will happen if we're not controlling the load appropriately. If we roll off the knee, position your elbow back directly on the knee, as once it lifts or drifts, the rotator cuff isn't going to be isolated quite as well.